Yeah. Oh. Yeah.
I love you, baby.
Yeah, I love you too. Who's out texting you?
Nobody, baby. Don't worry about it.
Nobody. It says Tina. Who the fuck is Tina? Who the fuck is Tina?
Bitch, you know what? Get your shit and get out.
You know what? I love you, babe, but maybe we should take a break.
A break? Maybe you should kiss my ass.
Sound familiar? You in a relationship and this shit ain't working. It's time for the truth. This is the voice of reason with Zoe Williams.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is I, the voice of reason, the man, the myth, the legend. I have returned.
I'm sorry, bro. Right. Pulled his damn card.
Hey, let's do this. All of their mics. Just right off the
We're
top.
starting it off early, y'all.
All of them. Thank you. And keep them off for a moment as I set up the show for the foolery that they have in store. We have a great topic today. A friend of mine, a sister out of Chicago, who's on Facebook, posted a very powerful question, and he got thousands and thousands of responses from sisters all over the world. And she said, in 3 words or in 1 word, describe black men. Started off positive enough. Strong, providers, protectors. Then it turned cheaters, liars, non-monogamous. You know, they just start going in real tough. And I decided, to create a forum using this forum, right? To open up the phone lines to hear from women, sisters in particular, about what they really and truly feel about brothers. Today's topic, I love my black men / brothers, but a non-judgmental, objective, in-depth view of the black man from the black woman's perspective. I love my brothers, but what is the but? What is it that we simply don't understand about you, sister, that you wish we would, right? We're going to open up the phone lines, 844-55-1. That's today's topic. As is commonplace, I like to spit out a bunch of questions. But before I do, we got in the building our crack team, our angels, Zoe's angels. Yeah, I said like that. Right? Giggle fest over here. Somebody is just tickling. Anyway, my crew is in the building. Guess who's in the building live today? Heka activated celebrity psychic medium. Been on the Radio Row tour today. Did the Foxhole, been everywhere. At T-Radio V, she's been everywhere.
Yeah.
Reading people all day. She's in the building. Welcome to the studio, Heka.
Yes, I'm in these streets, y'all.
You ready to do this?
Yes.
Oh, my God. And listen, this is a non-judgmental space, ladies. So don't be afraid to call in. No judgment. No criticism. Just call in and tell us how you really feel about brothers, about the black man, about our place in your life, about relationships, about interracial dating, about shit, about work, about education. Call us and let us know how you feel. Whitney Tabor.
Yo.
The young gun.
Hey, guys.
Flower power.
What's poppin', yo?
Seattle.
Hey, 206.
Oh.
I'm turned up today. I'm just letting you guys know. Warning.
When are you not turned up?
All the way up. I broke the knob today. I'm here. So I'm excited about this topic. Ladies, y'all got to call us right now.
Yes.
Call right now. 1-844-55-1. Call us.
Oh, I like it.
It's going to get crazy. It's
Side
gonna get crazy.
radio action. I like it.
Okay.
And at the far end of the table, fresh out here from another place, but at home, right? Just back at home.
Just chilling.
Down here doing it. Sexy, sultry voice of none other than Ashonti Ford.
Hello, viewers. I have a lot of shit to say about this topic.
I want you to speak right into that microphone. Don't be afraid of it, okay?
I got you.
It's your hammer. 844-55-1 is the number to dial. We definitely want to hear from everybody. I'm telling you right now, this show is going to be crazy. So let me get to the questions. Sisters, let's play word association. Let's play word association. What are the three, right? Just the first three words that come up when describing the black man? Hold tight. Veronica Conway is in the building as well. VC.
I am here.
Are you listening?
Hey.
Are you listening to me frame this up, right?
I'm listening. I just got here, so work with me. I'm listening though. I'm here.
Somebody just tweeted me. Sinister Mephisto says, "Isn't Ashonti too young to talk about this?" 844-55-1. Ladies and gentlemen, it's about to get started right now. I love black men / brothers, but a non-judgmental, objective, in-depth view of the black man from the black woman's perspective. Do you think she's going to do us right? Do you think she's going to justly critique us? Can we trust her word? 844-55-1. Sisters, I want 3 words, the first 3 words, word association, that comes to mind when describing the black man. Veronica Conway, you're 3 now.
I'm gonna need you.
Sexual chocolate.
That's 1 word.
That's one word. I like
Sexual.
Okay, good.
Wait, come on. Give it to us now.
Soulful and afraid.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Damn.
that.
Soulful and afraid.
Yeah.
I'm going to cut Veronica's mic off.
Yeah.
No, Heka. 3 words, word association when describing the black man in America.
Fine as hell. That's 3, right?
It's true, yeah.
Fine as hell.
Stop cheating, Heka. You know exactly what I mean. Stop cheating.
But no, I did. I said you guys are fine as hell and crazy as hell and complaining
As hell.
as hell.
Okay, that's 12 words. Thank you. Whitney Tabor.
Oh, you guys ready? Because I'm going there. Let's go with misguided, I think is the number 1 for me.
Wow. Hold on, stop. 844-55-1 now.
think.
Shit. Callers, call in and let us know what you feel. Right?
Yeah, misguided, I would have to also say, athletic. I don't know. That's like my main, these niggas can hoop. I don't know. And, yeah, strong. I feel like black men are very strong. I guess that goes in with the athletic, but whatever. We're strong. Physical strong, guys. Big dick. Does that count as 1 or 2?
That's physically.
I can't with you.
Whitney said,
Big dick. I'm just saying. I asked a couple of my friends before the show, and literally I was like, "Girl, what was it?" She said, "What's the first?" She said, "Big dicks," and I'm like, "Okay." And I'm gonna call, and I hung up on her, but.
wow, this is crazy.
Oh, packing. That'll be one.
Package. Thanks.
Packing.
Thanks,
There you
VC.
Pow! Bada bing. Here's a fresh pack for you right here. 844-55-1 is the number to dial. Again, I love my black men / brothers, but is the topic. A non-judgmental, objective, in-depth view of the black man from the black woman's perspective. Again, ladies, if you want to call in and give us your 3 words to describe the black man, please do so. What role does self-hate play in the black man's choice concerning interracial dating? I have not forgotten Ashonti.
He always does that.
I promise you.
He always does it. And then I will be thinking about the answer, and then all of a sudden he'll switch up the question, and then now I'm on some other shit.
Right now.
That's cool.
Right now.
Ooh.
Just right now.
He said cool.
All of them. They're all on punishment. Okay. So as I was doing, They're all on punishment for 40 seconds, as I was doing right now, what I was doing. What role does self-help or self-hate play in the black man's choice concerning interracial dating? We see a lot of this in sports. How do black women feel about that? 844-55-1. Is there a double standard? We get to date other races, but sisters, we get to complain when you do it? What do you guys feel about that? Yikes. And finally, the 3 words from badass down at the end of the table. And the mics are off. Right? Ashonti Ford, your 3 words are?
My first one was going to be afraid, but Veronica already said that. So I will say dominant.
Yes.
Absent. And creative.
Oh, yeah.
Good.
Dominant,
good.
absent.
Absent is really good.
And creative.
Why is absent really good?
That's really
Because
good.
it's really true.
Because it's really true.
I'm serious. That shit is true.
Unaccountable, too. I was going to put in that.
If black men are absent, unaccountable should never come out of
Boom,
a
that's
woman's
ice.
mouth. But
Good name.
A woman.
if black men are absent, where are we if we're not in our own community?
Missing in action.
I want to know what you guys think.
At Becky's house, bro. At Becky's house.
Missing in action. Prison.
Trying to find your baby mama number 3.
Grave.
Yeah. The grave, prison, Becky.
Sucking on your mama's titties.
Yeah, that
just
is
about
it.
sums it up.
Damn. They going in, fellas.
Or they don't want to date us.
Yeah, because we're too mean,
They
isn't
don't want
it?
to, or they don't want to date
We're too
us.
fight. Oh, we don't submit because we're mean black girls.
Yes.
Oh, all of us mean old black girls.
Right.
Unaccountable
That thing.
black girls.
That thing.
Is the idea of the white woman being the black man's kryptonite still relevant? Is she? Are you guys kind of in competition with her?
The forbidden
No,
fruit.
I feel like now millionaire time. I think that for me personally, being a biracial butterfly that I am, I don't think that black women, but I can't really, I don't know. I feel like people aren't really on white girls anymore. They're on like Latin chicks now. Those are the hot commodity. Kim Kardashian. What's Kim Kardashian? What kind of that? What does that mean?
What that is, yeah.
We don't know what that is, but they're on that exotic. We want exotic and foreign girls because they probably don't speak English and you can do whatever the hell you want.
In terms of being inferior, it's all mental. I'm not inferior to any race or any woman. It's mental. And I think it's unattractive when women put other races above them. I don't like when black women put white women above them by saying shit like, do you date white women?
You think you're better because you got a white girl?
Are you going to leave me for a white girl? All that shit is internal bullshit.
Do you guys think that black men are the chief perpetuators of the angry black woman concept? Veronica?
Right.
No. I think that that's perpetuate. I think that there's a larger, more meta perpetuation of that idea that comes from, this whole. You got to understand white supremacy. It really seeks to program the black mind to feel inferior by any means necessary, and so the white beauty standard, all that stuff gets like broadcast into our psyches. And so black women, what we've been exposed to is that Becky can be like really soft and she can be really pleasing and all this stuff, and that's perpetuated as some sort of standard. And I just think we go for the okie doke. I think that comes from the dominant culture.
Let me ask, I love questions. Do you think that black men stand in solidarity with the negative stereotypes perpetuated by the system regarding black women? Do you think we stand in solidarity with that? Like, yes, black women are hoes. 844-55-1. Do black men stand in solidarity with such a thought?
I would agree.
Why would you agree? I knew it. God damn it. Put Heka's ass back on the phone.
Go, Heka.
I would agree that that's the case because, you don't have to think hard about that. You say it.
Yeah.
You say it. You call us bitches. You call us whores. I mean, you say it all the time. So, yeah, that's the case. And all of you guys do it.
All of you guys do it.
Did we learn that from our mothers? You guys call each other bitches and whores.
That's
too.
a lie. I don't call my sisters bitches.
You learned it from white men.
Yeah.
Because white men are the ones that called us bitches initially and devalued our lives. So if you're perpetuating that misogyny, see, one of the problems is that we perpetuate the misogyny of the dominant culture. And so because he's out of sorts with his woman, we take that and internalize that in way, shape, or form, and then you look out the horizon and you see, what's wrong with the community, and you say, well, this lousy bitches ain't shit, as opposed to taking responsibility for the community that you live in, that your women live in, right? So but we got to understand that's not natural to us. We learn that from somewhere. That's not innate to our culture.
Whitney?
My thing is too with that, like, okay, we learned that from the white man, but who made it popular? Like, look at it in the bigger scale. Like, black men, Snoop and Tupac, all these guys who are so influential, who are from the hood, who could have put their black women on the pedestal, but instead defaced us and did the same thing that the white man did to make for what? For what? I need a nigga to call me and let me know why they did that. They made it bigger.
You want a man to call in, right?
Why would you guys take black women who are the most beautiful, amazing things in the world and continue to bash us and then get mad that we don't want to mess with y'all? Yeah. Why would I want to be on a team that's not team me? Feel me?
So you're saying black men aren't team
Oh, they're
sister?
definitely team Whitney.
We not team sister? I believe us to be team sister. I believe most black men to be team sister.
There's a lot of men that are not team sister, and this is
saying a lot of brothers?
Yes, but this is especially coming from Miami. Okay, I was living in Miami for 3 years. Black men in Miami do not date black women. If anything, more black men here in California will date a black woman.
Go to Seattle. The white dudes look, black dudes. Every city that I've ever lived in, I literally rarely see strong black couples. Mm-hmm. It's all biracial. Everybody's trying to choose up. Because
Veronica?
Let me ask the question. Can a man, let's ask the question, can a man be team sister and still have the word hoe and bitch come out of his mouth? Ooh. That's the question.
Why didn't you send me that one earlier? Wow.
It just came up in the moment.
That's monkey lava. I'm gonna need you to say that one more time.
Yeah.
That's big. I'm gonna tweet that. That's big.
Can a man call himself team sister and let the word bitch and hoe fall out of his mouth?
Thank you, Veronica.
I don't think so.
You're welcome.
Yes.
Can the sisters counsel your coven of witchcraft, or in this case, bitchcraft? Look at Heka's face.
Zoom in on Heka's face. She just put a hex on your ass.
I'm saying
you need to wrap his ass.
That is a great question. But can sisters ask that question in all honesty when they themselves call each other bitches and hoes?
So that means you fall in line?
I'm just saying.
Isn't
it a double standard?
Well, no, why do you call women bitches and whores? What's your reason?
I just like the way it rolls off my tongue.
Look.
Hey, bitch.
Right.
Right. Or is it because we've heard it so much that honestly the word doesn't really mean what it's supposed to mean? Just kind of like the word nigga. I see Mexican people saying nigga. I see white kids saying nigga. I see everybody saying nigga, to the point where I'm like, man, this doesn't even faze me. If they throw an ER on it, then I'm ready to fight. But I feel like bitch and hoe has been said so much widely throughout everybody that now it don't really mean shit.
So wait, Veronica, we have a caller. Veronica, we have a caller on the line, and remember, you're invisible. We can't see you.
But I want to know what she has to say. So
of course, we got a caller though, and it's a female, Liz, out of Georgia.
Hey, Liz.
Jump on in here and tell us what you feel.
Hi, peace, everybody. I'm enjoying the show. And I just want to comment on the last topic you guys were talking about as far as men being the I can't speak tonight, but the men being the ones who are the reason why some women are angry and the reason why we feel the way we feel towards white women. And I think they are the reason why some of us are angry, because when you look at what we go through as a whole, I mean, you're black for one. Most black people, I ain't going to say most black people, but some black people, their parents is not in their home. Their mother is raising them. She's by herself. She's tired, okay? And, yes, she may have a number of kids, but guess what? It's not that she have a number of kids because she just felt like every man was her king. That was just her way of expressing her love for someone she cared about. And men take advantage of that. Mm-hmm. You know, they don't realize when we lay down with y'all, we're not laying down with y'all all the time for money. We're not laying down with y'all because, you know, it's the thing to do. It's because that's the way we express our love. We are emotional people, and when we like somebody, when we're interested in them, that's the way we express our love. But men take advantage of that, you know. And a lot of times, you know, they go to the white women because they're easy, okay? They're not going to fight you because they want your money.
Right.
And the brothers out there don't even look at that. I can't understand why brothers after brothers go for these white women, and they know they're going to get you. 10 years from now, they're going to get you. You know, California got that law, and they don't see that. You know, they don't see that this woman is not after you because she loves you. She's not after you because you got a big package. You know, she's after your money, and that's all she wants.
Wow. Thanks, Liz. We appreciate it.
That's awesome.
That was real. Wait, Liz, before you leave.
Yes.
3 words comes to your mind when you think of a black man. Word association, quick. What are the first 3 words that come to your mind when you think of a black man? Tell us.
Powerful, my king, my lover.
Oh, I love you, boo thing. I'll holler at you when I get to Georgia. Yes, thank you for calling. James from Houston, you're on the line.
Hey, hey, everybody.
Hey, what's that?
I wanted to say that I never use the word bitch or hoe in referencing to black women until I started having to deal with them romantically, and ended up getting divorced and getting ran through the court system, and then hearing stories about other guys, how this happens to men all the time. And that's when I started using the term bitch and hoe, because it started applying. Like, I think that black women, I don't think they understand their role in like what provokes or evokes our behavior towards them, or the language that we use towards them. They are not, like you like to say, beyond reproach. They're not saints. And I mean, like, I hate to seem like I'm downing them, but I mean, you're not the quality beings that you think you are.
And
like,
you are?
You're in some ways, like, it's like as black men, I feel like we're fighting on 2 fronts. We're fighting the white man, and we're fighting our supposed queens.
Wow.
And
so,
you know, so I'll leave from there and let y'all debate that.
Thank you, man. I appreciate the call. Thank you so much for sharing. I think he framed it up in a good way. This is without judgment. This is objective. And when I say he framed it up in a good way, it doesn't necessarily mean I agree, but I really want to get your perspective. I want to get your perspective from what he said in terms of not understanding our plight. Ladies, the floor is open. I'm going to go to Whitney, then Ashonti, and we're ready to go. Whitney?
Okay. I get what he's saying. Like, but why do men feel like they're the only ones fighting? You go, you lay down, you have a baby with somebody, and she's not getting the help she needs, so she goes to the court system. Now all of a sudden she's a bitch, she's a hoe because the court system plays something on you. Like, it's not fair. It's not fair that guys can go lay down, make a quick baby real quick, and then dip out, and then go find Becky because whatever her name, your queen, turned into a bitch because she needed help. We're trying to be on the same team.
Why are we blaming Becky? It could be LaShondra, or it could be anybody.
Well, no,
right?
I was saying he left his black queen because the court battle, whoop-de-whoop, and now she's a bitch because she took him to court. Well, you chose up, left, and dipped out. Why is the woman the one who's the person in charge, like in trouble? Like she's the bad guy.
Ashanti.
So to speak to what he said, my defenses were already up from the get-go because I pay attention to words. And in the beginning, he said, I didn't start feeling this way about black women until I started having to deal with them. So already that set the premise. Now, in terms of court, because that was his main thing, are we saying that white women and Latin women and Asian women don't take baby daddies to court? I would assume that he laid down with this person and had a baby with this person for a reason. So why now, when she takes you to court, it's an issue?
And that's my thing is like, why are we mad? Like, why are they upset now that you have to do something to help take? Is it fair that the black woman has the baby so she has to deal with the baby? Is it her fault that she now has to feed two people? So you know what? You didn't physically have the baby, so you get to run around and have more babiys and run around and dip out. And, you know, like
right.
I just think that the black men have a lack of understanding about money, and they attach money to their dicks. So
interesting.
No, really. I mean, so anytime that money comes into play when they're going to court or having to take care of the children or whatever, I mean, it's like they allow money to guide their emotions and their feelings. So now, because money has played a role in this situation that he has with this black woman, she's a bitch.
And now
if money was not involved, she would no longer be a bitch.
And now all black women in his eyes are bitches. That's my thing, is now all of us have to be bitches because one chick did what she needed to do to provide for your seed, which was take you to court because she needed help.
Veronica Conway, I want to get your opinion, but before I do, Heka, you have a question?
Yeah, sisters, let's play word association.
Let's do it.
What are the first three words that come up when describing the black male?
Call us, 844-55-1. Give us your first three words that comes to mind, word association. Veronica, give me 30 seconds. Summarize what was just said.
Just to speak, I think that one of the big challenges in the black male space is abdication around family. And so I think that black men sometimes confuse freedom with not having any responsibility. And so at some point, it's true, when you make a baby, it's $2 million in effort or money. And so, I think if black men got together and decided that that no child in their community, that they would steward their community so that no child in their community would go hungry or be left to women to raise, then they could decide to do that and they could outperform expectations. So rather than constantly fighting about why is somebody putting some external expectation on me, what if men decided to actually exceed the expectation just because they chose to? Then it would be a whole different game.
Man, this is heavy. Whew. I said I was going to open it up for the ladies to speak their mind. Today's topic, man. Heavy. I love the brothers, but an in-depth look at the sisters' perspective of who we are. That's heavy. Listen, we got to take a quick break, but when I come back, I'm going back to the phone lines. Again, the number to dial if you want to participate in today's conversation, 844-55-1, 844-55-1. What are the actual numbers? Who has the actual numbers? What are they?
You already know. 1-844-553-2741.
One more time.
1-844-553-2741. 2741. Give us a call, ladies. I need to know.
Voice of Reason, Hot Button Radio will be back. Ladies and gentlemen, we have returned. And I'm telling you right now, it's a barn burner. It's a heater. We're trying to get the female's perspective, the sister. I think it was Malcolm X. I think it was Farrakhan. They all said the most hated on, the most downtrodden, the most beat up on person or race and gender in America is the black woman, right? We're trying to get the black woman's perspective of how she sees the black man. That's today's show. I love you, brother, but an in-depth look. Man, an in-depth look.
The big butt.
At the black man through the black woman's eyes. Has a shortage of fathers in the black community caused there to be a denigration of the overall image of black men? Has that shortage kind of lowered the black man's relationship FICO score? 844-55-1 is the number to dial. Is his relationship credit score fucked up because he has a gang of D-Rogs because he hasn't shown up? Wow. 844-55-1. Are released convicts, celebrities, sports figures, and rappers more celebrated than college graduates in the black community? And is that because black men are focused on being rappers and entertainers than they are being pillars of the community? Sisters, what do you think of us? An honest, open breakdown is what we seek today. Non-judgmental. Brothers, are we strong enough to take it if they tell us their truth? Can we take it without judgment? Can we take it without condescension? 844-55-1 is the number to dial. Let's open it back up. Of course, we got callers on the line. Let me get to the caller right now. Diz from Miami. You're in the building. Holla at me. Diz, get your life together, man. Where are you?
He's dizzy.
He's dizzy.
He's
no,
dizzy.
we got him. We got him.
You got him?
Diz is here. We just got to get him on.
Diz,
Do we have
where
him?
you at?
Diz.
Or Dez.
On 3.
3.
Dez.
Dez.
Dizzy.
Okay, it's over. Assalamu alaikum.
We tried.
We did. We gave him more than enough time.
Well,
You've been on hold for a long time.
Ashanti's got something. I feel it's hot. I feel it's hot over here.
I don't know if it's hot, but I'm trying to think of the Huffington Post article with the Asian guy, Satoshi Kanawana.
Sounds good.
It's the guy that pretty much wrote an article breaking down with polls and politics that black women are not as attractive and smart as other women.
Oh, hell.
And so this brings a genocide thought on almost, that we're conditioned not to favor one another. We're conditioned to favor other races. And because of that, pretty soon there will be no more black babies.
Well,
All
that's
the babies
impossible.
will be mixed.
That is genetically impossible.
Let's hope so.
Well, yeah, I heard that everybody's going to turn cream colored, colored.
That's what it's already
Well,
looking
I remember, and that makes a great point. Where I remember when I was younger and I went over, my dad is white, my mother is black. And when I went over to Philadelphia to visit, my other half of the family, they hated on me. I mean, they did not like me. I was the zebra. I was the Oreo. You know what I mean? So it made me start to hate myself. I hated my black side of my family because they were mean to me.
Oh, wow.
You know what I mean?
It's interesting.
It's a little off topic, but...
Well, not necessarily.
Interesting.
I think I may have been living in a bubble or something, because I don't have people around me that are jealous of the other race, or black women that are jealous or hate on white women. I don't witness that. I don't get it. I mean, I've never had that problem.
Yeah.
My mom is a racist.
Is it the older? I feel like the younger.
Your mother is a racist?
My mother is a racist.
844-55-1. Please call in if your parents are racist.
My mom is racist. My dad separated from my mom after 8 years. And in my mom's eyes, he left us for a white woman, even though my stepmom is Italian and Japanese, which is not white at all. And I don't know if it was because of that, but my mother has always been racist. She doesn't like white women. She doesn't like Asian women. She doesn't like Latin women. She damn near doesn't like black women, to be honest.
Damn.
So Twitter is on fire right now at Electric Soul 123. He states, black women are responsible for being single. Accountability is key. He says the problem is black women don't respect black men and vice versa. Black men, frankly, have more options.
Yeah, than all of us. They have more options than us black women too.
Who, white men?
Black men.
Black men have
black
more
men.
options, and it's cool for them to grab a white woman or a Latin chick. Like, they're praised when they have that. So why would us black women be excited and try to be with somebody who don't want us?
See, me personally, I'm not tripping off of any of this because the black men that I date love black women. I've never dated anyone or been around a group of men that have hated on black women.
At iGod on Twitter. I'm Veronica. Veronica.
Yeah.
You're my secret weapon. I'm coming to you, boo thing. See how beautiful she is when I just feel into her.
What are we?
I'm sorry.
Okay.
Yes,
Calm down.
At iGod on Twitter says, if black women are independent, why would they need black men at all? 844-55-1.
That's the bullshit that I'm
Veronica, speak on it.
Here we go.
There's a couple of things. When people talk about women are responsible, men are responsible, I think there's a nuance to that. Women need to be responsible in their lane and their role. And men need to be responsible in their lane and their role, and those are different. In other words, I can't wear his shoes. And so women are responsible for the part that they're responsible for, and we have our work to do in that regard, but we can't do men's work for them. And so I would just hope that in the context of this conversation, we talked about this earlier, Zoe, that, between hearing and reaction, that there's a moment of consideration, right? That we prolong the moment of consideration. Because I think what happens is it's, if we just react and say, if just like when you do shows with women, if women react and say, but what about what dudes do? Then the conversation doesn't really go anywhere.
Right.
The same is this conversation. If men react and say, but what about what women do? Then the conversation doesn't go anywhere.
Never goes. Yeah.
And so I just hope that there's a moment of consideration about this, because one of the challenges that I think that women face is that men don't necessarily hear them deeply and fully in the way that they could be heard.
Interesting. Phone lines are on fire. I see them. 844-55-1. Always got to give out the number because I want you to get your point across. Again, we asked the question, sisters, if we're playing word association, what are the first three words that come to your mind when thinking of the black man? Whitney has something to say. Whitney, speak on it.
Well, I was going to you had just said something about Twitter. I think black women are independent because they had to be independent. It's not a choice. They had to be independent. And everybody wants a partner in this life. I'm sorry. Whether you're black, brown, green, yellow, whatever, whether you're cussing me out one day and loving on me the next day, I still need and want a partner. Women need and want that companionship. I think, as speaking on my own, depths or whatever, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, we weren't put here to be alone. We were put here to be in relationships with people. We all want to be in a relationship with people.
I have a word association that somebody on my my Facebook said, black men are lazy. What do you think about that?
Irresponsible.
No, this is for you guys.
In terms
of what we think?
We said
what
our three.
y'all think.
We said our three. I'm just giving what other women that were chiming in on our conversation via social media said. One of them said lazy. I was going to ask Ashonti, do you agree or disagree with black men are lazy?
This is good.
In terms of black men being lazy, it's really hard to put lazy on a race, to be honest with you. And the black men in my family and that I've dated have been the polar opposite of lazy. They've actually been extremely hardworking and had to do so because they had to work 10 times harder than the white man next to them. Right. So I haven't experienced the lazy black man as of yet.
Veronica, have you experienced the lazy black man? Is the black man lazy?
I wouldn't call it lazy. I would call it resigned.
Say more. Go deeper.
Resigned. So the resistance that I think that we experience with brothers is sort of a form of arrested development, because I think that he's been under such assault from the dominant culture, been so emasculated, been so, subject to what I'm going to call psychological terrorism in this dominant culture. But at some point, I think he gets resigned to wanting to get up and strive and perform. Not all men, just some men. And because it seems like it's futile, like an exercise in futility. So I think that settles in at some point, and it becomes resignation. I don't think it's lazy. I think it's trapped energy. I think it's trapped potential that's just gotten fed up and says, I'm out. I'm out. You can't make me. You ain't the boss of me. Right? But the challenge of that is that we have to understand that it comes external. It's imposed upon us by the dominant culture, but our culture is the one that suffers from it.
I agree with Ashonti.
You're gonna wait until I see your hand and acknowledge. She just raises her hand and talks.
Look,
that's what's dope.
Well, I saw.
And then,
you said jump in when
she's so
she was.
dope.
I
I'm watching you.
VC's down.
Go ahead,
so
Whitney.
I was gonna jump in on that. I was like, look, Zoe said don't text. He was texting. I'm gonna hop in here.
Like this.
Oh, he's texting. Yeah, I'm gonna hop in and take
Okay, so what happened was.
See, girl. But no, like what I agree with. All the black men in my family are hardworking, individuals. But a friend of mine, she is now, with her baby's dad, and he's kind of a lazy guy. I'm not gonna lie, he's kind of a lazy guy. But
No. Let's qualify lazy, because Veronica contextualized it as resigned.
Okay.
But let's qualify what lazy is for you.
In my eyes, just not helping provide for your offspring. That was it. In my eyes, on her situation. He's not a black guy, by the way. He's only half black.
Oh, Jesus.
But
that's a black guy.
But you know what I mean? But in my eyes, if you're a pinch of black, whatever the world sees you as, you are black. I'm black as hell. So it is what it is. Zoe cut me off again, so I don't remember what I really wanted to say, but I just threw that in there.
She's a woman. She has to get a running start.
See that? Haters gonna hate.
Red Titan from Missouri. You're on the line. Holler at us.
What's going on, Zoe? Hello, ladies.
Hey.
Zoe, you had so many questions on Twitter that I couldn't answer. I couldn't answer them all fast enough.
So you had to call. That's cool.
I had to call. I have 5 women in my life. 3 of them black, 1 Puerto Rican, and 1's white.
Wait. That's your dating?
Yeah, they all know each other.
Okay.
They're all friends.
You got a whole basketball team.
What state is he
Power
in?
to you, brother.
Well, the question that really bothered me more than anything is there are an abundance of black women out here, good quality black women. So whenever my friends come over my house and they see all these women functioning together in front of me, and they ask me, simply, I sent you a tweet maybe a week ago, though, talking about how they either think I'm pimping or they think I'm just a player. And it's not that. I've reached a point in my life where I realize that one woman is not going to satisfy me. And I just stopped lying. It took me about 10 years to get to this point where I don't lie to them. I just tell them the truth. This is what it is. If you want to be along with this, along for the ride, I'm going to do everything I can on my part to better your life, as well as I expect the same from you. You have to better my life in some way, or you're just going to have to keep it moving.
Man, that's
whenever I hear that women aren't this and there's no single quality black women, I find that hard to believe. I got 3 of them, and I got another one that I'm potentially thinking about bringing into the circle as well. So they're out there. It's just a matter of being who you are and knowing what you want.
My brother Red Titan got his own circle of life. I appreciate it. Thank you for the call, brother. Thanks for calling in. Again, it goes back to who's writing the narrative. Like Whitney was saying something about a dude being lazy. I'm going to tell you, I use the baseball metaphor all the time, right? If America, if capitalism is a game of baseball, a friendly game of baseball, women are experts at getting on base. Y'all experts at getting base hits, keeping the game moving, stealing bases, getting on and playing the game proficiently. Black men in this system are more like cleanup hitters. We come in the fourth spot and we're swinging for the fences to clear the plates. We don't want to steal bases. We're fat. We don't want to steal. We don't want to play the game. We want to knock it out the park so we can trot around the bases, home run, everybody come home. We provide it for everyone. That's the cleanup hitter. Most black men have a problem with authority. No disrespect. Not saying that black men can't conform, but most black men resist conformity. Most of them. This is why the beta male is seen in American culture as the preferred catch. Why? Because he's integrated. So again, I don't label it as resigned. I don't label it as lazy. I label it as non-participant. I'm going to do what I want to do on my terms, my idea. I'm going to make my shit happen. Now, unfortunately, most brothers who have that mentality walk a long, hard journey to create whatever it is that they want to create. Let me give you an example of that kind of man. Bruce Lee. Fuck that. I'm going to do what I want to do, the way I want to do it. Now, guess what happens when you do that? Oh, Quincy Jones. Fuck that. I'm going to do what I want to do, the way I want to do it. Quincy Jones ran away from home at 14. Right? And came to Seattle from Chicago. Right? He ran away. And then he developed his chops. Now, he'll tell you today. Was I the greatest father? Nope. Was I the greatest husband? Nope. He was like, I was married to the music. Could he be married to anything other than the music if he's making Thriller? I don't think so. So what is he doing now? As an old man worth hundreds of millions of dollars because he fucked the shit out of his purpose, right? What is he doing now? Being a dad. Catching up with kids that are 30-something, 40, connecting with them. Again, part of the disconnect is our sister's belief in the system. And what is at the core of that belief in the system? If we have a family, you got to throw away everything. And sometimes men just don't. I'm just saying that's what most men are thinking. And because we don't understand where each other is coming from, right, or how each other plays the game, we run head to head at each other. It's almost like we're opponents. But I don't think that's what we really are. I just think that's how we're aligned in this system. Veronica, then Whitney. Whitney hates waiting.
Yeah.
My brat.
So the thing is that a real woman is always going to support a man in real purpose. That is just what this is out here.
Yep.
Because for every woman, every man that has to walk that circuitous road towards purpose, which is fraught with all kinds of stuff. I mean, a woman has to do the same thing. I had to do the same thing. I just had to do it with 2 babies because the daddy sat down. So all I'm saying is, right, I had to walk the same circuitous path fraught with all kinds of bumps of blazing my own path. And so the thing is that if men are going to take that position, then they have to be upfront with that position before they lay down and make babies.
True indeed. That's true indeed.
That's the role. We talk about men being in their right role, in right relationship to their masculinity. It's be honest about your masculinity. I love the brother that just called and said, I got a gaggle of them. Because most men can't handle 1 woman, let alone 5.
Yeah.
Whitney?
I was going to say the exact same thing Veronica said. You have to let her know, because women, I feel like, I don't have any kids, but I would think when I do have kids, you're working, you're doing your thing. Women think, why work if you're not doing it for these kids? You're working and you're gone and you're doing all this, but now you're 30 with $1 million trillion, but nobody to help spend it, or I'm sure they're going to spend it, but there's nobody there that you did it for. So women are thinking of the children, I guess, but you got to let them know. You got to let a nigga know.
Ashanti's tweets are on fire. But before I go to Ashanti, Heka.
I just think one of the biggest problems that black women have with black men is that they hate to be lied to. So the fact that this guy can call in and say that he have 5 women and they're all great, they're all great because he's being honest and upfront with them. So if you can go and do these things without lying about it, I don't feel as if you would have to deal with the angry woman syndrome. Just be upfront, honest. That's the worst feeling in the world, is for a woman to know that you're lying to her.
That's the worst.
Ashanti has some great questions. She says, I think black men can be a bit lacking when it comes to problem solving. I disagree, of course. Problem solving skills, same thing as editorial choice here. 844-55-1. Who agrees or disagrees with Ashonti Ford? I want you to call in and speak with her directly. 844-55-1. And Ashanti is actually on topic because she is letting us know how she, as a beautiful black woman, perceive black men. She says, I think black men can be a bit lacking when it comes to problem-solving skills.
Yeah, they're just kind of easy to give up, walk away, more so than other races that I've dated.
Yeah, me and a few girls,
Wait. Say your last tweet. Say it again, because this one was powerful, too.
I'm not sure what the last one
She said masculinity has to be...
Oh, masculinity has to be worn with honesty. Like the gentleman that called in.
Brilliant.
And I just think that they're emotionally lazy.
Oh, for sure.
Say more. What do you mean, emotionally lazy?
They're emotionally lazy. I mean, anytime that there's a situation that needs to be dealt with, for instance, like this man that's calling in that have 5 women, he has to be, able to go to those women and dig deep emotionally to speak with them and give them direction about what's going on in this particular situation. Most men don't want to do that. They want to keep running and they don't want to talk about anything. They want her to just understand. They want her to read his mind. They want her to know what he's feeling. Instead of him just being open with her and let her know what's going on. They're emotionally lazy.
That's good.
At I am Jackie Mack, she says, I don't think many care from the start to solve any problems. They're not even in it for problem solving, is what Jackie Mack is saying.
Yeah. Wow. And then they leave us tiptoeing around. They leave us tiptoeing around. We don't want.
What are they saying then?
Go ahead, Veronica.
Veronica Conway, Veronica, you think I forget about you. I see you.
You never forget.
I don't forget about you, baby. It's okay. Speak on it, honey.
Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, I want to share a great myth with you. I want to bust a myth here with you. Speaking about the brother that was talking about and what we were saying about how it takes emotional honesty to have multiple partners, right? Yes. It takes real honesty. There is a myth, I think, that a man that is in love won't get possessive. I'm not talking about a jump off. I'm saying that if a man falls in love, then typically he wants to put the pussy on lock, right? But and I put this to the test, right? Most women, because of the way that they've been socialized, that they have to wait for the man and they have to chase the man and they have to, legislate his behavior and legislate his attention. They never put to the test what happens when there's love in the space and yet she's requesting her freedom. So what I found is that men have come into contact with me, fell madly in the state of love because I'm a loving female. Then it was like, okay, great. There's love here. And I'm free. And when I tell you that men that would consider themselves alphas, just the fear and the sense of ownership and the sense of this, because in their minds, if they have finally reached this apex of love, then they get to have control. And because women never put that to the test, they never find out that most men really, even if they haven't been monogamous, even if they've dated a bunch of multiple women and lied about it, when it comes to the emotional truth with a woman who's willing to put it to the test and put it on the map, most of them back the fuck down. That's the truth. And I don't think people understand that.
Thank you. Ashanti?
I think we have Diz back on the line from Miami. Can you hear us this time, Diz?
Hey, y'all.
Hey.
How's it going?
Good. How are you? You ready to speak on topic?
I'm good. Yeah, I just wanted to speak on the topic. I don't think that men are emotionally lazy. I think men are naturally problem solvers.
That's our natural gift, right? Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
Men are natural problem solvers, so when they're listening to you, complain or, you're trying to make a point, we're trying to process it and trying to figure out, okay, what is the solution to get her to shut the fuck up?
Diz.
That's what we're thinking about.
Yo, Diz, this is Zoe.
Yeah.
And he wants you to shut the fuck up because he's emotionally lazy.
And that's disrespectful.
No.
You don't want her honest opinion?
Okay, mics. Diz says something that is absolutely right, and it has nothing to do with his emotional IQ. It has to do with how his brain is wired. Men are wired to solve problems. Sometimes this is what gets us in trouble with women. Because sometimes women just want to talk, to express. They don't want answers. They have their own answers. And because we approach everything from a, let me help you get out of my face, or let me help you figure this out so we can get past whatever moment you're having. Sometimes men not letting women have their moment is the thing that creates the conflict. If you would just listen to women without always trying to solve their issues, because women are pretty resourceful. Cheat on a woman. See how resourceful she is. She gonna get in your shit. She gonna find out everything. They the best detectives in the world. They know how to do shit. Part of them acting like they don't know how to do shit is just to keep your testosterone up. Do you understand what I'm saying? So sometimes trying to figure this out for them or trying to help them in that way creates conflict because then they feel stifled in terms of communication. I don't call that emotionally lazy.
I think, how much problem solving are you really doing if you just want her to shut the fuck up?
Right.
It sounds to me as if you're, hold on, let me finish, honey. It sounds to me as if you're just trying to manipulate the conversation or manipulate the situation to be what you want it to be versus problem solving. You're manipulating her. You want her to shut the fuck up. So you're saying things
he ain't
to make her.
He's just saying, go and get out of my face now.
You're saying things to make her shut the fuck up.
You're putting on a Band-Aid when you need
surgery. I don't
surgery.
mean it to come across as disrespectful.
That's not what he's saying.
A lot of the times, it's hard for men to understand, okay, what is she getting at? What point is she trying to make?
Because we literally don't understand sometimes.
So then say that.
Literally, you're emotionally lazy and you don't want to.
We do that all the time, and then we
cut Heka's mic.
And you don't want
Heka's on punishment,
and then she gets more frustrated.
Heka's on punishment, ladies and gentlemen. I just wanted to announce it. My brother Diz, finish your thought without Heka's input. Thank you.
No, I just like to say, I love black women. I've dated, every race, and all women at some level they're batshit crazy. So it's not anything to do with race. I think it's just the dynamic of what black men are experiencing in America right now, where, really we're not respected by our women because we're seen as boys through their eyes because that's how the dominant society sees us.
Ooh.
So, they're never going to respect us, while we're under white supremacy. That's never going to happen. So this is why you get the level of disrespect that you do as a black man.
I want to get
a white man be in that same situation, and it's nothing but smiles and hugs.
Hey, well, listen, bro. Listen, we got to take a quick break. I appreciate you reaching out. That was a very poignant and powerful topic. Callers, I'm coming to you. Connecticut, D.C., Texas, Detroit. I see you in here. The phone lines are jam-packed. Get to the lines right now, 844-55-1. That's 844-55-1. I want to hear from you. Listen, he said something very powerful, and I want to be able to get the sister's opinion on it, the sister's perspective on it. Today's topic, I love my black men, my brothers, but... Jeez, what is after the but? A non-judgmental, objective, in-depth view of the black man from the black woman's perspective. It's going down in this motherfucker. We taking a quick break. I'll be back in 2.2 Hot Button Radio. Ooh, man, this topic is fire. The ladies in here got attitudes. Ooh. They looking at me side-eye.
Because you keep cutting our mics. That's why.
That's because
Yeah, don't be cutting our damn mics.
Yeah, don't
we
cut
got
my
shit
mic.
to say.
Engineer. Cut their mics. Exactly. Yeah, I got to control this shit or they go crazy up in here. Got to keep my women in check. You understand? Yeah, you understand? I ain't trying to fix your problems. I ain't trying to listen to you at all. You understand? It's me. It's my goddamn show. Y'all gonna follow what I say. You gonna get the hell out. You understand? It's that pimp shit, right?
Tune out. Look, you don't even need to cut my mic. I cut it myself.
Moving
Hysterical. So listen, the phone lines are berserk. We've got to get to the phone lines right now. It's important. LB from Connecticut, you're on the Voice of Reason, Hot Button Radio. The topic today, again, is I love my brothers, but there's a but. You know how Tony Robbins said, whenever you make a statement like, I love you,
but,
and then you put but at the end of it, you negate what you said before?
Yeah.
Is this real? 844-55-1. LB, you're on the line. Talk to us.
Hey, what's up, Zoe? How you doing, ladies?
We're good, brother. What's happening?
I want to make 2 points. Now, I usually love to listening to the ladies talk, but you got a lot of sister circle shit going on here, Zoe, and you need another man to balance it out.
Y'all have y'all time every Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
That's a Zoe.
Every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Y'all dogging us out.
You ain't gonna let this man talk?
Okay, I'm just saying.
Cut off all that mics.
That is the real life.
Hey, you gonna disrespect my brother. He called in here. LB won't talk to me. Share his thoughts. LB, speak to me about the sister circle, brother.
My 2 points. My first point revolves around the idea of black. We were talking earlier about black men calling black women bitches. Let's not generalize and try to make it as if all black women are bitches. There are women out here who embody that word, embody the word hoe, because we see all kind of things on the internet. You got women twerking while they're pregnant, shaking their ass and all this kind of stuff. And while some of it is nice to look at, you have to realize that there are black bitches and hoes in this world. We're not trying to say that all of them are bitches and hoes. My second point is about black men being lazy. Listen, brother, can I just stop you for 1 second, LB? I'm sorry if I come across as disrespectful. That's not what I intend to do. But you making a great point, right? You in here dropping some knowledge, and all the sisters in here got up and start clapping their ass. They just start twerking. So first off, they ain't listening to shit you got to say. And then second off, whatever beat is playing under this motherfucker must be fire, because they all got up and start clapping that shit. But look at that. They start standing up, clapping their ass when a young man is just trying to shed some light, but they don't want to be looked at as hoes or things like that. You know what I mean?
Hey, cut all their mics off.
It revolves around black men being lazy. Listen, we have to work twice as hard. I'm a young man. I'm 23. I work IT for an insurance corporation. I walk in a room. My first strike is being black. I have to work twice as hard and make sure that I'm not coming off as some hood dude that they probably think I am when I'm just as smart or smarter than anybody in the room. So let's stop saying black men are lazy, because we've broken our backs being slaves and have to work for the white man every day.
LB.
To bring bread home to provide for our children.
LB, let me ask you this question. Why wouldn't you ask the women in here right now? I mean, if it mattered to you. If it mattered. Because you know how they say, when shit matters to a person, they find a way to get it done? Like, if you're not interested in something, you don't do it. But if it matters to you, you find a way to get whatever it is done. I'm going to ask you this question. Does it matter to you to reconnect to sisters? And if so,
it does.
How would you go about doing it?
The majority, all of my serious relationships has been with black women. And in that relationship, I take these women seriously. There's women that I've dealt with that don't. I think it starts off with not having a father. So that's already, you got to work twice as hard because they've never had a father figure or know any idea of what a good man is. So I think I start there by trying to show them there is good black men in this world, and we're not all ain't shit, and we'll just fucking leave you. And you know what I mean? I haven't always been perfect, but I can't say I try my best to try to show them that there is a difference out here if I'm taking you seriously.
Hey, man, and let me just say this, LB. We really appreciate that call. I thank you so much for reaching out. Yep. We got to move to the next line. We got full lines. We got to get to everybody. So, listen, y'all can't talk right now. Y'all can't talk right now because you bad. And Mr. Big Black Daddy Man who runs the show. Oh, we're going to have to fire some people. Mike from D.C., you're on the line. Holler at us.
Shoot. Hey, what's up, pimp? What's up, Zoe?
What's up, man? What up, pimp?
Hey, what's up, ladies? I'm going to make this quick, man. I know y'all got callers, man. I always say that the white man's rule is the black woman's rule of thumb with dealing with black men. And the reason why I say that is, I think the only reason why black women are disappointed is because the only reason why black women always receive a false reality is because your expectations of black men are unrealistic because you think like white men.
Interesting. Well,
is that a fair point?
Hey, man, I appreciate that information. We're going to open it back up to the sisters after we clear these lines because the lines are crazy. We got to chop them down a little because people are calling in. Thank you again for that point. Ladies, make a mental note of what he said because we're going to come back to it. Dom from Texas, you're on the line. Holler at us, Dom. And be respectful of the ladies, man. This is their opinion, man.
Hey, what's going on?
What's happening, Dom?
No, I'm not going to be disrespectful at all.
Mm-hmm.
But when the ladies are talking, and when we had different communication skills when it comes down to communicating and talking at the same time. You say orange, and I say apple, but we're still making a fruit bowl. You know what I'm saying? And we're still trying to get to the same place at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
And we're trying to treat you with respect. And, we have certain ways of love, and that comes down from how we were raised. But we still love you at the end of the day, even though we don't say it. Or some women want us to say it, some women don't want us to say it. But, we still try to show you love at the end of the day.
Wow. Hey, brother, I appreciate you taking the time. These sisters can't take it. They're in here about to pop because they can't take it. Brothers, keep calling. 844-55-1. I will not. Joseph from Detroit, you're on the line. Holler at us, Joe. Okay, wait a minute, Joe.
What up,
Jesus. Turn your life down. Your life is entirely too loud.
Yeah, that's this tow truck, man. What up, though?
All right, what's happening, man?
What's on, no, man? Tell the ladies, you got to turn their mic off for a second, man. I want to say what up to the ladies. What up, ladies? How y'all doing?
You could just say hi to them through me.
Man.
Hey, how you doing?
All right, turn their mics off.
Yeah, we got something to say, though.
Turn their mic back off.
Now turn their mics back
hell
off.
no.
I'm calling up here to fuck with Zoe. Ain't nobody fucking with y'all like that.
Go ahead and finish.
No, man. So, look, man, I'm going to make this real quick. Look, they kicked me off of Facebook for being too nice to people, so I'm back on Facebook.
All right.
I ain't no catfish niggas, though. I'm going to send you a friend request or some shit. I'm, and 2 Ds, Dick and Her Jaw on Facebook.
Is that what you said?
Like that, though.
Is that what you said on Facebook?
That's what it is.
Wow.
That's what it is on Facebook. Double D, Dick and Her Jaw. Y'all fuck with me. I'm going to be posting some crazy shit.
Is that your Facebook page?
I
I don't understand what's going
on. Yeah, that's my Facebook. That's how you get in contact with me, baby.
That's my cousin. Heka said that's your cousin. Go ahead, man. Finish your thought, brother.
Listen. I just wanted to say to the women out there who listening, most women don't respect a man they really respect the materialistic things behind the man more so the money than the man. And I just want to say I'm agreeing with a lot of brothers when they say some women, if you pay, you can do whatever you want to a bitch. You can slap that bitch. You can
a woman, brother,
okay,
a woman.
Okay. I won't refer. Listen, so I got one rule that I follow. I don't refer to women as bitches, but I also don't refer to bitches as women. And we talking about bitches right now.
Oh wow! Somebody on Twitter just posted that too. Somebody on Twitter just said, "A bitch is after the money. A woman is after the man." I don't understand the logic of the philosophy, but let me just say this. Detroit was in the building. You came in here. Thank you for the call. I appreciate it. We got to move to the next.
All right, I love you, so.
All right, brother. All right, so listen to this. Listen to this. There's a sister. Turn her mics on. There's a sister on Twitter. She says, and I think it's very important that we tackle this because there is a general, and I say general, some banal. I always use this word, some banal. It breaks down to some, but not all. Some banal. From Robert Anton Wilson, he wrote that in the book, Quantum Psychology. Some banal, some, but not all. There is a general sense of he-man, woman hating. There's like a sector of black men that kind of hate women. But I would also say there is a sector of black women that also hate black men. And I'm just saying, because the universe does everything in polarity, does everything in balance. There is no existing standing army of black men that hate women without an existing standing army of black women that hate black men. And it's like this war going on. This sister on Twitter, I think her Twitter handle is It's So Gone. She says, I wonder why we did not have this kind of turmoil between black men and women during heightened periods of racial disorder. And that's a great question. I mean, it's easy to call a woman a bitch, but it's contradictory not to want your daughter to be called a bitch, right? Or your mama, or your auntie, right? Or somebody you care about, like your big mama. Don't call my big mama a bitch. Well, if you throw bitch around all the time, right? And I always say, the reason why we're doing this, why, what is the context of what sisters think about men in general and vice versa? The reason why we're doing this show is to say, look at the negative rituals, the thoughts, the words, the spells, the incantations that we're constantly saying about each other. I have revealed the true purpose of the show. I want to see your ritual. I want to see the spell you've been casting this whole fucking time. Men are calling in casting spells because they can't hear the spells women are casting. Women are casting spells because they can't hear or accept the spells men are casting. And I'm doing this show on purpose. What do you think about the black man? Tell me. Non-objective, right? Open up, share with me how you really feel about the man. Name 3 things. Give me 3 words, word association. Oh, see the bitch, I slap a bitch in a minute, nigga, because bitches ain't. Wow, that's a spell, right? So then I come and say, let me break this down again. Sisters, if you're calling yourselves bitches, right? And then you have an aversion to men calling you bitches. How many women you know will take all type of shit from a dude, but the moment he call her a bitch, all hell has been introduced into the situation. She ain't taking being called a bitch. But that same man would see her and her friends commiserating with each other, and that's my bitch. We bitches. Oh, it's the context. It's how it's the tone. It's this and that. I'm saying these are negative rituals and spells. That was the whole purpose of doing this show. I knew people were going to come out and show their true colors. You want to know what the problem is with black folk in America? Listen to this show. listen to the words coming out of everybody's mouth, and you got your solution. You got your problem, and you got your solution. Tell me I'm wrong, Heka.
I just think that twerking is good. It opens up. No, it opens up the energy centers. I really think that shit is good. Men need to learn how to twerk so that they can open up their energy centers. And when their energy centers are opened up, then they know how to relate emotionally to women. Twerk. That's
Twerk is her answer.
Twerk for your life.
I love Heka, man. I can't twerk though, so what's wrong with me? Look, damn.
Just roll it around, honey. Just roll it around.
That's just your white side. You'll be fine.
Yeah, I know, man. I'm screwed. I got booty like a little black girl, but I can't twerk, damn it.
Veronica Conway, I need you to chime in. Are you listening?
I am. It's a little hard to hear when that music is going because I literally can't hear all of the things. But I want to say a couple of things. First of all, this whole defense of bitch hoe thing just means that we've become desensitized.
Did we defend
in our
it?
community?
You did.
Yeah,
no,
you did.
I didn't.
You did.
I didn't defend bitch hoe.
Yeah.
Not at all.
Yeah, you did.
No, I did not. I will not accept that.
So,
I did not defend bitch hoe.
You defended your
I
caller.
didn't say you did. I'm saying the callers have been saying, well, some were bitches. I'm just saying that what I'm hearing is a desensitization to the word in general in our community from men. And so it's not about is this particular woman over here a bitch hoe. It's like we're just so loose and fast with it in our culture. There's no other culture that denigrates their women with that word because other cultures do not hold their women in that same light. So I just wanted to speak to that. The other thing that I wanted to say is that when we talked about, problem solving, I think that this is the work that women have to do, which is he's not your boyfriend, your girlfriend. So what I've learned to do is speak to, if I just need to vent so that I can be heard, then I go to women for that. If I need a problem solved in whatever the man's lane is, whether it's money, sex, or power, I have a money alpha, I have a sex alpha, and I have a power alpha. I go to them for where they are best in the world in their lane. I don't go to them with stuff that can really just be talked about with a girlfriend. So that we talk about how we each need to deal with our roles. What women, I think, need to do in terms of our role is not misuse masculine energy for the purpose that it's not intended for. So that's one thing.
That was
say
big.
One more thing?
Yes, that was big.
I put out an article that Nichama did a few years back with Rebecca Walker, and it's over on his blog, and it talks about living with the divine masculine and so what I would hope from this conversation is that rather than have it deteriorate into, again, I hear it and then I react. I would love it that if we could, because this is supposed to be a show about, women's perspectives, that men actually take a moment to be in the space of consideration of the perspective. It's really important. Otherwise, this isn't a show about women's perspective. It's a show about men's reaction to our perspective, which is that's not the same thing.
But that's, no, I disagree. Because first and foremost, if you listen to how the show is evolving and the purpose of it, yes, it's to hear your perspective. But if you're speaking to an audience of men, there's always going to be a place for them to be able to respond and have their say, whether it be via Twitter, whether it be via the phone lines. Their perspective or reaction has to have a place there. That doesn't mean let me finish. That doesn't mean the female's perspective isn't what this show is about, because it is. But if you listen to what I said earlier, I said I knew what this show was going to be when you put this kind of framing in place.
Sure.
You're going to hear the rituals of what people have always been saying, both men and women. The men come in here and say women don't know how to respect us because the overall system doesn't respect us. Is that not a narrative that's on a loop in most black men's mind?
Sure. I spoke to that.
That is a narrative that's on a loop. So now, how do we get that loop from playing? For instance, there's something called transactional psychology. Transactional psychology will tell you have winner scripts and loser scripts. A winner script is, I don't give a fuck what the circumstance, situation, or, environment I find myself in, I'm going to find a way to rise to the top. That's a winner script. The loser script is going to find every fucking excuse possible to stay where it's at or go lower.
Exactly.
So for me to say my woman treats me like I'm not shit because the dominant society tells her I ain't shit and she's following that script, that still doesn't imprison me, right? In a space where there's not going to be any good women to have. Because I know you attract what you are. So you put that winner script on and you say, regardless of what's out here, regardless of the situation, circumstance, or the environment, I'm going to elevate me. And in elevating me, I'm going to magnetize my equal. That's a different ritual. You understand what I'm saying? 2 minutes? Oh, they do.
Absolutely. I mean, But can I speak to what Nechama offers about this? Because I think that's an important element of this conversation, this point of the divine masculine. One of the things that he says that's very powerful that I think is instructive for a conversation about brothers and that I hope would give brothers a place to step into, another possibility, is that one of the things that we talked about how there's different processing, that women have a very diffuse focus and men have a very sort of singular and linear focus. And so because a woman walks into a room and senses the smells and the this and the that, and her attention is diffused and can feel somewhat scattered to a man, right? Because she's not processing through the lens that he's processing through, and he expects her to, then he gets frustrated with her communication because she's wired differently than him. One of the beautiful gifts that Nechama gives, and that I would hope that any man that really loves women or his woman would be willing to consider and step into, would be to be more present with her, both in lovemaking, both in how he approaches her, both in the emotional honesty, because I promise you, because this brother gets miracles from women. Mm-hmm. And there's something instructive about how he's getting it that brothers don't know, or they'd be getting that from their women. See, if I can point to a brother that's actually healing, evoking, transforming, getting the most receptive, beautiful, sensual, magnetic creatures on the planet, then he's doing something different than other brothers are doing. So it's not that women aren't capable of experiencing that, it's that brothers haven't been trained in how to evoke it.
Indeed.
And if they would assume the mastery is how to evoke it, then the game would change in our community. That's what I'm saying.
That's real. No, and I agree with that. Listen, we've got Mando from Atlanta on line number 3. Mando.
Yo, what's up, brother Zoe?
What's happening?
This Mundo, man. It's Mundo from Atlanta, man.
Mundo. What's happening, Mundo?
Everything blessed, brother Zoe. I think that problem that we having is that we don't look at each other in a positive light. Each other. And you can't look at somebody's self in a positive light if you don't look at yourself in a positive light. Yeah. And I think that once we learn to look at ourselves as kings and queens that we come from, instead of as niggas and bitches, and niggas the way they use it, not the original meaning. But I think that's the core essence of the problem. And once we learn to look at each other the way we look at their children and the way men are supposed to look at their women and children, that'll be, because I think when you see the positivity of yourself and you see it in your child, you'll fight to be with that child. Ooh. And I think when you see the positivity in yourself and you see the positivity.
Oh, damn. Mundo was dropping profundo from Mundo. We appreciate the call from Atlanta, man. Thank you, brother. That's what I needed to hear tonight. That's what we got here. Listen, we got to take a quick break. When we come back, man, this topic, I love my black men / brothers, but a non-judgmental, objective, in-depth view of the black man from the black woman's perspective. Hot Button Radio. Ladies and gentlemen, Hot Button Radio, back in the building, the voice of reason. It's Dash. You can't hear the show unless you download the free app, the Dash Radio app. Go get it. Once you get the Dash Radio app, then find Hot Button Radio, talk radio, Hot Button. In other words, we're going to push your buttons. This is what we do here on this network, the Hot Button Radio station. I'm Zoe Williams, the voice of reason, sitting in here with Ashonti Ford, Whitney Tabor, my girl Heka, activated in the building all the way from Atlanta, came to join us, celebrity, psychic, medium, as well as the resident reservoir repository of all types of information, transformational life coach, and all-around superwoman, Veronica Conway, on the line as well. Listen, phone lines are still crazy, but a brother on Twitter named Corey Smalls just said something that I think is powerful, potent, and meaningful. He says, I don't care how much they piss me off or whatever, I'll forever love my sisters. Ain't no woman on earth stronger. I agree. And I think if we both extend the grand gesture to each other, right? That grand gesture of appreciation, I think our relationships will begin to change. But there's a lot of angst, there's a lot of judgment, there's a lot of condemnation, there's a lot of blame, there's a lot of unforgiveness. And that shit is causing a gender and race civil war amongst brothers and sisters, in my opinion. Heck activated.
I just have a question. I just want to know if, does loving your brothers always force you in a place where you can never, ever date anybody or be with anybody besides your brothers? I mean, you can love your brothers and still love someone else of an opposite race, correct?
Absolutely. I don't think we should limit ourselves.
I don't think so either. Why not? Let's go here. If that's true, why did all of those sisters attack Kendrick Lamar because his girl was light-skinned?
Yeah, that was just it.
That was just stupid. I just thought that was crazy. I thought it was stupid,
right? She's a sister, but they attacked her and said he wasn't pro-black and he's fake and he's all of this and that, right?
And whatever. I
think it's a lack of maturity, though.
Right. Yeah.
Right. But I think we as a people are immature in general.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that.
But consciousness to me says that, we have a lot of people running around here talking about how conscious they are. But consciousness to me says that you recognize that at one point you were perhaps one of those white people that you hate so bad, or
you said in another life.
Yeah, exactly. We've been all of those things and more. So how could I hate a part of who I am?
Right.
My thing is, too, why do we always have to go with the race thing? Why does it have to be the color thing? What happened? Kendrick Lamar, the girl he's engaged to now, why wouldn't we as women be excited that one of our brothers wants to marry his high school sweetheart?
Right.
Whatever happened to love? I think nobody remembers that aspect. Right. Am I just a stupid Disney kid who still believes that love exists?
Right.
Wow, good stuff, good stuff. Veronica, you want to wrap that up before I get back to these callers?
Wrap which part up? Oh, about the race thing, about interracial stuff. Yeah, well, I look on two levels. Personally, I don't really take issue with who dates whom. Yeah. What I do look at for our people is, and I've shared this with you before, Zoe, and that is the website called afieldnegro.com. And it categorizes and catalogs all of these brothers that once they get to it, all the celebrities and black leaders, that when they get theirs, they then marry white women. And when I've looked at that and studied that, and then clocked it to the income that they have, or, and so conservatively, what you're looking at when you look at those pictures and how many brothers have gone over to the white side once they've gotten successful, you're looking at conservatively billions and billions and billions of dollars that will leave our community through divorce and death and will go back into white hands. So when you asked the question earlier, are white women black man's kryptonite? When you look at it from sort of a geopolitical perspective, hell yeah, because a fool and his money are soon parted. And so if they see that as some trophy and some aspirational thing, and then they turn around and give all the money back to put it back in white hands through death and divorce, then there's something missing for
absolutely.
us. We don't understand how to operate our own self-interest as a community if we can do that. Because I promise you, white men, other men, they would not let that happen in their community.
Ashonti?
Remember, Tiger married the nanny.
Tiger married the nanny.
We want to knock some of these callers out. We only have a couple more minutes. The first one we're going to, I think, is Cal out in Texas.
Line number 5.
Line number 5, Cal. Speak to us.
Hey, I just wanted to ask you ladies, do you think, like I know what some of us brothers think, but do you think that we are socially, is it feasible in you all's mind that we are socially engineered to have a conflict with each other? That's why the dynamic exists today amongst us. Yeah. And also I wanted to say real quick, Whitney,
I said that earlier.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Very sweet.
Hey, thank you for the call, Cal. I said that earlier. We are socially engineered to be on opposite sides of it. Mm-hmm. We are, in my opinion.
Thank you, Cal, for calling in.
But the only way for us to get past that is either men have to say, okay, sisters, I'm going to do what you've been asking me to do. Ain't nothing going on but the rent. You got to get with the program and all of that. Either the men going to jump the shark and get with the program and assimilate, or the sisters are going to renounce their reliance on the system. One of two things have to happen in order for us to come together. And I'm not saying those are the only two right answers, because I truly and honestly believe that there are an infinite amount of right answers to every question, right? To every problem. But I think those are two obvious right answers. Mm-hmm. There has to be a bending of that. Ashonti, your thoughts on it?
Well, I kind of spoke on this a little bit earlier. I think it's almost like a genocide. I think we are being conditioned not to love ourselves. So it's very hard for us to love one another. Example, they do all the studies with the children and they put the black baby and the white baby in front of the kids. And the kids, no matter black or white, always choose the white baby.
Wow.
It's a condition.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So unconditional love is probably impossible if your mind has been hijacked. If your culture has been hijacked, and if it's been replaced with low self-esteem, low self-worth, self-hate, lack of self-knowledge, right? You're trying to live up to a standard, that was artificially inseminated into your spirit, and then you're trying to have a family. Sounds damn near impossible. But I do believe this. Love always finds a way. Like some real shit always finds a way to break through. But when love breaks through, I'm telling you, that shit's going to be uncomfortable because it's breaking through the bullshit you've always believed to be true. When in fact, it's going to show you the falsity of it. And when that happens, you have to embrace that false image and say, you weren't real. You were never real. Because when love comes, it kills all of that shit. Naomi is on the line. 6.
Oh, hi.
Hi, Naomi.
Hi, Naomi.
Can I just say something about Naomi?
Yes.
I met Naomi some years ago at the NABJ event. She is an amazing, fearless journalist. She has anchored for NBC. She is just an amazing, beautiful Black woman.
Yes.
I have to say that.
Go, Naomi.
Go ahead, Naomi.
Oh, that's so sweet. That's so sweet. Thank you so much. No, I just wanted to say, what I see a trend kind of going on, not so much a trend, but part of the real issue, I think, as Black people is image. and we're caught up in an image of what a relationship is supposed to be, and we're all chasing an image and doing all kinds of things to go after an image versus what is really real. And we're all, especially with black women, we're always talking about educated black men, and reading all these things about you're not going to find an educated black man. You will find an educated black man. My personal opinion is that whether you find an educated black man, just an educated man, we're chasing an image. Not to say there's anything wrong with that, but a man's level of education has nothing to do with his emotional prowess.
Absolutely.
At all.
Yeah, I love that.
And just because a man has a degree does not mean he's going to treat you well.
Yep. Absolutely.
Hallelujah. Heka activated. Thank you, Naomi, for the call. We appreciate it.
It does not mean he's not going to cheat on you.
It's true. Thank you.
He's going to be craftier. That's all. And I'm not saying all men, but just really look at the things that we want. I'm not saying, find a man that doesn't have any education. I'm not saying that, but don't hold some of these, not that they're frivolous things, but it's just all pieces of a puzzle.
Right.
So don't chase. Like we get so much, like he has to have this, but he may be lacking in another serious area. So, like, what's more important to you?
Right.
You know, we get caught up in as black people with image and how things look, and then it always manifests itself later, whether it's 5 years, 10 years from now, people become who
Naomi
they
has a
are.
lot to say about this.
Right.
You can see.
Naomi
has a lot to say.
She talking like
call back. You got to call back, girl. We almost out of time, man.
Thank you, Naomi.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Yay. Thank you so much.
I have a couple of questions.
Have a great night.
I have a couple of questions. One, would you date a man for his resources? And also, if we're talking about love, and if it doesn't matter who you date, why is there such an uproar and offense when a black dates outside of his race?
Wow.
A black man dates outside of his race.
These are great questions, man. There's a lot of ego in this relationship conversation. There's a lot of ego. I'm going to tell you right now, the thing that turns me off about most people is the desire to be right. Right? What I stand for is right. What I stand for means more than what you stand for. As long as that's there, there's always going to be a problem, because right and wrong is good and evil. It's black and white. It's imbalanced thinking. Life is gray. It's not black and white. Now, you can see shit through black and white kind of stereotypical ways, but wherever there's the I'm right, there is self-righteousness. And self-righteousness is a form of egoic behavior or mentality. And that's where we get in trouble, I believe. You know, we got a couple more callers. This show is crazy. Time is running out. We only got a few seconds. I think I want to get David from LA. Line 5, David.
Yeah, hello.
Hey,
hello.
David.
What up, man?
What up, man? Is Heka doing some readings?
No, that's not this show. Would you like to talk to Heka about the topic, or did you call to get at Heka about some other shit?
Niggas always trying to get free shit.
Some other stuff.
Wrong show, pimp. Appreciate you for reaching out, man. Wrong.
Call back
time.
another time.
All right.
But wait a minute,
Visit my website. Visit my website.
Heka, yeah, tell them where to go.
Visit my website at hekaactivated.com. And it's Heka spelled Heka, activated.com. And schedule a session. Schedule a session. You would definitely appreciate a 30-minute session over a 30-second reading.
Hey, and David, did you follow us over from the Foxhole today?
Yeah, I did.
That's exactly what happened, goddammit. This is another radio show. No, I appreciate it, but reach out to her, brother. All right?
All right, bro.
All right, peace. Jamal, North Carolina. From Los Angeles all the way to North Carolina in a nanosecond. Holler at us.
What's going on, man? I just want to drop a couple dimes, man. I think, one, we live in a capitalist society, you feel me? So anytime you have that going on in that equilibrium, man, you got to have a winner and a loser. And I think in our society, women come out benefiting because it's built for them to win. And anytime you got that kind of situation, I feel like there's a rebellion, man. So dudes kind of rebel against that. I know me personally, you know, I got baby mamas, you feel me? and just going into that system and seeing how that's built up. I was built to lose. You feel me? So it's not that I don't love my black sisters. I just feel like
Jamal, as a fellow man, I gotta not check you, but dude, you can't say you were built to lose. The system is only...
No.
Let me
not me built to lose. I feel like stepping in as a man, whenever the judge looks at the situation, like the woman should automatically get a certain amount of money or more rights.
But let me just say, that is the result of poor decisions made by two genders, male and female. You can't get mad at the system because you got caught fucking with it. Veronica said it earlier. If you lay down, before you lay down, the thought has to be in your mind, this is a $2 million action I'm potentially engaging in. So once you engage in it and get caught and have baby mamas, you can't then turn around and say, the system fucked me. No, you stuck your dick in a light socket and that fucked you.
No, I can agree that. I agree with that. See, I got with I was married, right? I was married, and I wasn't really privy to the whole situation until we got a divorce, a nasty one, and she got very vindictive. You see what I'm saying? And she was able to use the system, automatic child support.
No question. No question. Brother, I agree with you.
No.
There is such a thing. It's shit is all. Listen, this is another thing we need to learn how to do, which is difficult for most of us, and that is listen unemotionally and objectively. There is technically something in the court system called gender bias, where judges lean towards the women regardless of the situation.
And they lean towards the men, too, in some courts.
No, listen, it's not the sign of intelligent people to have to always preface that there are no absolutes. We already know we're speaking in general. So, of course, there are courts that favor the men. We're talking about the statistics, and the numbers overwhelmingly favor women. I know judges, I know lawyers, I know all time, overwhelmingly favor women. And that is a verifiable, concrete fact. But that still doesn't make what you're responsible for moot. See, we can get into the infrastructure of the system, but I'm saying you wouldn't be in this. My big mama used to say, your ass wouldn't be in an accident if you weren't there. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, if we want to get I do, so that's what I'm saying. At the end result, you can't just say, oh, this system fucked me. Well, the system is designed to fuck ignorance. When you dumb, they're like, let us handle your problems. This is how we do surgery. Do you feel what I'm saying?
I definitely feel what you're saying.
It's a tough situation, man. But we can't blame the sisters for that. That's just an opportunity for them to take. They know how the system is designed. The less you know, the better it serves them. So that's the situation, man. I appreciate you for reaching out, brother. This show has been crazy. Cray. I love it. Listen, Friday's show is going to be crazy. Let me get everybody's... What do we got? Ashonti? Where do they find you?
You can find me on YouTube, Girl on Fire Productions. Instagram is at Ashonti Ford Live, as well as Twitter at Ashonti Ford Live.
Aha. Yes. Whitney Tabor.
Yo, what up? You guys can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Miss Tabor. That's Taber. MissTabor.com. You can hit me on Facebook. You can see me in these streets because I'm out here all the time.
You banging now?
No, I just like to say that.
All right.
It's cool.
All right. Veronica Conway, where do they find you?
Conway.com, and if you want to deprogram a little bit of that black conditioning
yes.
talking about, you can go to blackmastery.com, and that helps a lot.
Yes, blackmastery.com is a neurolinguistic, like this hypnotic, inductive You just listen to it. It's narrated by Yanla Van Zant, designed by Veronica Conway. Don't play yourself. Go get it now, blackmastery.com. Now, Heka activated. Loving You Is Complicated.
Oh, my goodness.
Where do they find you?
Find me at my website, www.hekaactivated.com. I'm on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And hey, I'm like Whitney, I'm in these streets, y'all.
Hey. And she's in LA right now with me. What? Hey.
Yes. Listen, I appreciate everybody's contribution today. Again, you can't answer every question. You can't, make an omelet without breaking a few eggs. So that's what we did today. I appreciate y'all. And we're going to come back. I think we will revisit this topic really soon so we can drill down even further, because I just love the interaction. I love people calling in and sharing. So follow Zoe Williams at Mr. Zoe What on Instagram. Follow me on Twitter at Zoe Williams. And we out of here. Deuce.